Hi guys, welcome to Ghost Paranormal Scientific Family. This is the start of our series 1 of predictions. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about like sort of where my predictions first started and things that had happened over the years. I knew from very young that I'd got some sort of ability. I saw things that people didn't see. Got talked very much about, like, you know, not being able to talk to imaginary friends, things that I said I saw and seen, it was always brushed off. I do understand this was a culture thing, that it was very much, it was unheard of back then. If you talked about it, you were strange, you were weird. Although it's not much different today, but thanks to YouTube, it's opened the horizon for people like myself. I've been able to come out and be open with you about what's happened in my life and where I've ended up and why I'm here where I am now. My first sort of prediction that first ever came to light was when I was 14. I wasn't sure at the time if I'd had a dream or if I'd actually seen a body sat on the end of my bed of my grandmother. I should specify step-grandmother. I woke up the morning after having a dream, what I thought was a dream. My nan had been ill for about a week. She'd got diabetes, she'd got some things wrong with her, but the night before her passing, she'd actually had a doctor come out and give her the all clear, stating that she was fine, it was just a common cold, and there wasn't any problems. The morning after I'd had this dream, I woke up and my mum and dad had a phone call saying could they get to my step-grandfather's house. Nothing was said why they'd actually asked them to go there, just that could they get there. And I just turned around to my mum and said, "Oh, Nan's died," and she's like, "Don't say such a cruel thing like this. It's not right." And I just sort of left it and just accepted that, it may not be true, maybe it was just a dream, and just left it. I'd actually got to go to work that day, so I was getting prepared to go to work. I'd said to my mum, if there's any problems, can you ring me? She knew what time I was going. She basically left the house, they went over there, and within 45 minutes of them leaving the house, I had actually got a phone call from my mother saying to me, how did you know? And I'd explained that my step-grandmother had been sat on my bed for the night, and we'd actually had a full-blown conversation. And unfortunately, because as I said, it was very unheard of, it wasn't really discussed. Unfortunately, I can't remember the conversation. I mean, I'm now 42, so obviously it was over 30 odd years ago. It was one of those that it was brushed off. For many years after that, I'd had experiences the same, but decided just to sort of brush them off. Really, didn't know what to do with them, didn't know what was going on, and just accepted that this wasn't the norm, and that I just accepted that I felt different. I knew I was different, and everyone around me knew I was different. It was made very clear by the fact that I got bullied left, right, and centre, because I was different to everyone else. I never really ventured into it then until many years later, when I had my first child. I was 16. In my early 20s, that was when I had my first experience that I could actually record and actually had witnesses. I had proof for the first time in my life. Basically, I'd had a dream. I'd gone to sleep the night before, and I'd had this dream of my son getting knocked over.